Hi, it's Tristan back with another Alden shoe related video, and I wanted to show you how to darken the stitching on your Alden Indy boots. I personally don't mind seeing the stitching, but I wanted a little bit less of a contrast. I think it looks a little bit better to see the stitching but not have them totally white. So I kind of darkened them, and you kind of see these are them darkened and these are them not darkened or not treated. And the way I did this is with some of this stuff. This is actually Alden Fine Boot Cream in a dark brown. I picked this up at my local Alden store, but you can also get it online at stores like theshoemart.com or any other Alden retailer. And the thing about this is, like, you could use a brown shoe polish, but oftentimes a brown shoe polish, which is made from wax, won't actually adhere to the stitches very well. So the brown shoe polish may rub off easier and stuff like that, whereas this is more of a cream, so I think it kind of embeds into the stitching and dyes the stitching a little bit better. So that's why I used the brown stuff. Now, you know, this is more like a cream rather than a wax. So, because, you know, wax probably won't dye it as well. This stuff is quite brown, and it will definitely dye or stain any rag that you have, so don't use a good rag. Just use like a cut up old t-shirt or something like that. And you basically just wipe it in there, and it starts to kind of, you know, dye the stitching. So let me try, if I can do this with one hand, because I'm holding the camera with the other hand here. I'll show you sort of a bit of the process here. You just get a little bit of the, you get a little bit of the cream on your rag, and then you just start going over the stitching, you know, like that. And it's also kind of nourishing for the actual leather itself too. So you would just wipe it off. And it won't hurt the leather or anything like that. The dark brown kind of matches the dark brown of the shoe. So you just do this a couple times, and you'll notice it starts getting darker. You just rub it into the white stitching, and hopefully, you know, this will dye the stitches, and it, you know, should last quite a while, and just not give it so much of a white, you know, on dark contrast, and makes it look, I don't know, kind of cooler in my opinion. So that's kind of how it looks if you compare the two. Oh, actually, I should turn this around, because this has not been treated and this has been treated. You can kind of see a little bit of the difference there. These are the Alden Indy boots from J. Crew, so this is the J. Crew version. But hopefully you can see in this video that there is a difference there. I kind of like this look better than having the white contrast stitching there. Works pretty well for me. The Alden Fine Boot Cream can also be used to treat the shoes as well, but, you know, due to the color, it's definitely going to darken the color. So if you don't want to darken the actual leather, use the neutral version of them, or just a neutral shoe cream, like a shoe conditioner, will help for the leather as well. On these are the Chrome Excel leather. So check out all my other shoe videos if you're interested in them. By the way, the dark brown fine boot cream is also good for filling in any scuffs that you might have in the leather as well, as long as your leather is relatively similar in shade. I don't know if you can see right here in this lighting, it's kind of hard to see, but right there, see where that dark spot is on the heel? I had a pretty bad kind of scuff right there. Not really a scratch, but more of a scuff, where some of the color on the leather was kind of coming off. So I just put in a little bit of the dark brown fine boot cream there, and it actually sort of helped, I don't know, sort of dye it in a way a little bit there and fill in. It used to be real light colored there, and now it's more of a dark color there, which I think will wear out eventually. But it kind of helps fill in the color and also condition the leather as well too. So it's a good benefit of using a, you know, a colored shoe cream. You can actually do some kind of like mild repairing on your shoes that way. And so here's a shot of both shoes done, and you can kind of see, you know, you definitely see the stitching still, but it's just not nearly as bright, and I just think it's a better look, in my opinion. I just think it looks cooler, not having the stitching so bright. And this stuff won't really come off. I think the stitching is pretty much dyed, so no matter what you do, unless you use maybe some bleach or some cleaner right on the stitches, you know, with a Q-tip or something, the stitches are going to kind of remain a brown like that. But yet they're still noticeable, so it doesn't take away from the Indy boot at all in terms of the look. It just makes it a little bit more subtle in terms of the stitching not being quite so white. So you can still see them there, right there, and you can kind of still tell that they're white, but they're just not as white. So thanks for watching this video, and as always, I will see you in the comments. Make sure to check out my other shoe-related videos. I've got a lot of Alden and other men's shoe-related videos as well. See you in the comments.